Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Will the clerk take the roll, please?
Yes. Okay, Supervisor Bartla?
I am here.
Trustees Bindendagel? Here. Mendlick?
Here.
Schaefer?
Here.
And Yeager is absent.
Okay, public comment. We do not have anybody signed up. Number 3, approval of the minutes.
I'll make a motion that we approve the meeting minutes from the last meeting.
Second.
Okay, we can do a voice vote on that. Any discussion on the meeting minutes? Any changes? Anybody got anything? None? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nays? None. Motion passes. Motion for the approval of receipts and bills for the town fund.
We, the undersigned members of the Mchenry Township Board of Trustees, certify that we have this 14th day of August 2025 examined and audited the amounts due for the items specified in the claims attached and hereby authorize payments of same. Total reimbursements to be approved, $674.86. Total bills to be approved, $31,175.55. Total paid prior to audit, $38,584.58. Total to be approved, $70,484.99. Total receipts of $20,748.95. I make a motion that we approve these receipts and pay these bills.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Will the clerk call the roll? Or any discussions on the bills as they are presented? Hearing no discussion, will the clerk call the roll, please?
Trustee Schaefer?
Yes.
Mendlick?
Yes.
Bindendagel?
Yes.
Supervisor Bartla?
Yes. Greg's here.
Mendlick,
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Yes.
Sorry. I missed you.
Okay. May I get a motion for the approval of receipts and bills for the general road and bridge fund?
We're getting ready. We're getting ready.
I need a motion. Isn't that kind of the
Make a
reading?
motion that we, the undersigned members of the Mchenry Township
There
Board
you
of
go.
Trustees, certified that we, this 14th day of August 25, examined and audited amounts due for the items specified in the claims attached and hereby authorized payments of same. Total reimbursements to be approved, 0. Total bills to be approved, $32,046.19. Total bills paid prior to audit, $12,288.69. Total to be approved, $44,334.88. Total receipts, $18,385.86.
May I get a second?
Second.
All right. Any discussion on the bills for the general road and bridge fund? Hearing none, will the clerk call the roll, please?
Mendlick?
Yes.
Schaefer?
Yes.
Bindendagel?
Yes.
Supervisor Bartla?
Yes. Okay, last one is motion for the approval of receipts and bills for the permanent hard road fund.
Yes. We, the undersigned members of Mchenry Township Board of Trustees, certify that we have this 14th day of August 2025 examined and audited amounts due for the items specified in the claims attached and hereby authorize payment of same. Total reimbursements to be approved, 0. Total bills to be approved, $391,664.72. Total bills paid prior to audit, $21,479.27. Total to be approved is $413,143.54. Total receipts of $11,404.93. Make a motion to approve the receipts and pay the bills.
I'll second.
Any discussion on the receipts and bills for the permanent hard road? Hearing none, will the clerk call the roll?
Trustees Mendlick?
Yes.
Bindendagel?
Yes.
Schaefer?
Yes.
Supervisor Bartla?
Yes. Okay. Number 7 is fund transfers. There are no. Okay, 7 is, no fund transfers. 8 is new business. 8.1, make a motion to discuss and take possible action on pet waste basket status.
I'll second.
Okay, so. So right after about July 14th, I put together a packet of information regarding where the 4 baskets, we have 4 baskets located here at Adams Park. There are none at Lake Street or Fox Lake Road. And Hillside doesn't deserve one because it's just a crescent piece of land that's going to wither away eventually. But so they are out there. The folks who are doing the mowing and everything else really don't have any issues with people picking up their waste. So I think what we've done is adequate for now. We don't need to spend the money on any additional signage or anything like that. So that's 8.1. 8.2, playground status and update. We are working with the supplier to get an updated quote to finish out that padding. We don't have it back from them yet. They're busy this summer working, doing stuff, so we'll get probably towards the end of summer. We'll get that quote back, and we should be ready to go to make sure that it's in the budget for next year. I should have made a motion to discuss and take possible action on 8.2. So I'll make the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
8.3, I'll make a motion to discuss the butterfly/natural vegetation for discussion and possible action.
Second.
Okay. So what I've done there is I went in and talked to Dave in the highway group. They did a project and he went through all the details. It can be very detailed, it can be very expensive, or we can do it a different way and hope that it comes in. Meaning that the real process is you take all this natural vegetation, you kill off your grass or whatever where you're going to plant. You have to kill it off. Then you have to plant this natural vegetation, and then you have to go through and manually weed out all the weeds just to keep the good plants. So it becomes a very manual process. I'm looking at alternatives to that we can do it less expensively. So my next step would be is try to meet with McHenry County Defenders or somebody like that to form a partnership to see if they want to do it on our land and let them absorb the expense. That's kind of where my idea is right now.
I'm sorry, what was that? So we kill off all the vegetation, then we reseed it.
With natural vegetation, with the
Yes.
seeds, which is
then-
not cheap.
Of course it's not cheap, but that's why you work with the County Defenders and whatever.
Exactly.
Get seed and whatever. And then we have to do what?
As it grows back, the correct process is to go through there and weed out any you want to get rid of any of the invasive weeds that are non-native to this area, and that has to be done manually.
So maybe we'll have a conversation.
Yeah.
About it, because
Still headed down that road.
that's not the way that I understood it, and I look at our area here, and there's a whole bunch of areas that we could stop mowing and flooding. So we'll talk about that separately.
Yes, we'll do that.
Sounds good.
I don't have any issue with doing that at all. Sounds good to me.
Well, because we try to do it in the right of way, and so we've got lots.
You had your own issues.
Our right of ways are too narrow to do it within the right of way. It's just not practical, and the farmers don't like it, so they would spray and kill and mow and whatever. So,
Yep.
but we have plenty of room here to do it. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, we're continuing to move forward with it. So I'd like to make a motion for 8.4, the splash pad discussion and possible action.
Second.
Okay, so I can give you a list of some of the local splash pads around here from Algonquin to Woodstock. There's about 11 of them. If you want to take one, pass it down. There's 11 splash pads around. And the biggest thing on splash pads to try to develop something like that is you have to have a municipal water source. So our well, we couldn't do it with our well. So, and I don't know, there's some other things that come into play as far as planning. If you want me to continue to look at it, I am recommending that somebody join me in a committee to do the research on, to plan it out correctly. I've contacted Mchenry. I haven't gotten back to Bill Hobson. They called me back. But I've talked to an engineering firm, and he kind of gave me the gist on it. It's not cheap.
Yeah, I talked to a former supervisor of the township, Mr. Craig Adams,
Yeah.
and he said at the time they were given the option to connect to the municipal water source, and when that was what year? Like a long time ago.
Yeah.
$500,000 was the cost to connect to the municipal water source. So
The current highway commissioner may have.
No, I don't think it's probably not quite that much. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because we don't know what the tap on fees are. But
Today.
the water's across the road. It's the boring and everything else that we were, boring under the road and that. But even that, you run that. The splash pad itself. How much generally was a splash pad facility like that?
The facility is probably a couple $1 million. Where you really get it is you have to find the revenue source to maintain it. And we don't have a revenue source to maintain that for. So until we find that, until we find that, you can't back into the project.
yep, I agree.
Okay. Then, last one is 8.5 pickleball courts.
I'll second.
Okay. But,
First and second.
so I talked to a local municipality here. They have a project underway. They've been doing part of it
Johnsburg.
in-house, and they've done some site grading. They've got the surface, they've got quotes for the surface fencing. Their estimate, them doing it themselves for 2 dedicated pickleball courts, 70 by 100, is around $112,000. I just bolted on $12,000 as a contingency, so that's $124,000. And then you still need to come up with concept plan, a site plan, parking plan. We have no parking. The other day we had seniors in here, this was full. We had to move all the employees' cars to back here and everything else. So if we put a splash pad, we have to put a parking lot somewhere with it. So all of those things, well, splash pad or pickleball court, we're gonna have to do some things. Then again, it's the revenue stream to maintain it. That's vandalism, those types of things, any additional staff required to run it. There's 31 pickleball courts. Where did I put that? I thought I sent that one out to you, or no? There's like 31 pickleball courts here in McHenry County that are available to be played on.
McHenry County or McHenry Township?
McHenry County. Now, in McHenry Township, there's Knox Park, there's Johnsburg in the future, there's one at Berkshire that doesn't even show up on anything. That's an indoor pickleball court. There's
Peterson.
Yeah, there's Peterson. Ringwood's got 2 courts that are shared with tennis courts. And so they're all around, is the point that I'm trying to drive at. But so that's kind of the pickleball court thing. It's the same thing. We need to find the revenue source to maintain it versus, we can probably find grants to build it, but then what do you do in the future? So, which brings me to a quick discussion on, that kind of plays into this discussion, is that we still have a gap to close, and I'd like to try to close that gap before we do, and look for revenue streams versus trying to build something and back into a revenue stream. So we'll talk about that as budget comes up. But that's kind of the report out on the things that you asked me about from the last meeting. Anybody have any questions? Okay, with no questions, we'll move on to old business, which there is none.
You wanna do the audit?
Well, you can pass them out within the packets.
It's just an FYI
Yeah.
informational.
She's
You
gonna,
wanna do that with your report?
well, I'm not on my report yet.
Okay.
That was new
Sorry,
business.
that's
They asked me,
next.
yeah. The proposed agenda items, item number 10, the Lakers Snowmobile Club will be coming before us next meeting to present a plan to run through the township with the snowmobiles in the winter. And so they'll be here to do that. Supervisor's report. There is an updated packet. The audit is complete along with the comptroller's report that has been sent to the comptroller that we have to do. So those are completed. There's no majors. We passed the audit. So we're good there. I don't have much other than that on the audit. The only other thing I do have is that went to McCog the other day or last month, and at the McCog there was, prior to the meeting, there was a legislative summit with Senator DeWitt, Representative Marty McLaughlin, Representative Steve Wright, Senator Wilcox, and Representative Tom Weber. And essentially what that discussion was gave them the 2025 legislative priorities. It really boils down to transportation. That's the main priority, that huge fiscal cliff that they're talking about. You know, you're hearing things in the news about Metro may cut trains. Well, that, you can kiss Metro goodbye if they cut trains. That's a death knell for transportation. If it's not available, they'll drive them away more. So obviously the tax things that are being floated are unfair to the collar counties to fund the city of Chicago's problems, is the gist that we had the opportunity to talk about. So that took place there. I can give you the actual priorities if you want them. 1, 2, 3. There's 1, 2, 3. I'd also like to, at this time, let you guys know about Operation Dropbox that took place a few months ago. We got a thank you card essentially from the health department, from the county, which we were a drop-off location for items. They were thanking us for doing that. It's the second year that I consciously remember doing it. But it goes to the Veterans Path to Hope, so it's a good thing. There's a card that they sent us. I think that's really about it for my report. If anybody has any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Besides what you read in the packet. Oh, mark your calendar, September 25th, Thursday, September 25th. We're sponsoring an October feast with Senior Service Associates, and we'll have another Oktoberfest up here for the seniors, a meal that day. 11 a.m. The 25th.
9:20.
It's the German Oktoberfest. It's not in October. Which is the truth. It's not in Germany either. The next one is the assessor's report.
Okay. The big news is our new website is up and running, our property search part of the assessor website. I did give you all a copy of what the first page looks like so that you can see that. If you're giving you the old pages in the past, it's just very much more user-friendly to read this, and it doesn't show up on this page, but they can get a sketch. We have a sketch for the property that would show up also, so So like anyone, like an appraiser who might need a sketch, they could get printed right off of the website. There is some work to be done on our end on this as far as some of the photographs and sketches that they have to be marked as a default sketch or photo, and if they're not, nothing shows up. So if we haven't been to a property in 15, 20, 40 years and there's no picture, it would just show no photo available. So as we do that, when we change things to default, they'll show up. So we're real happy about that. Clarity Tech, the IT people that helped us with that were really, really easy to work with. We had some issues between our software, our PAMS software, our assessment software, and XCal. So we had to get our software provider and XCal on the phone quite a bit. So that's what took so long. We just had some real issues. We basically had to send our entire, all of our information to our software provider for him to see what the problem was and send it back, which took some time, but it is running, and we're real happy. I've already gotten a few comments from some other assessors and people who've looked at it and are thankful that it's not hard to read. So. And we came in, we had budgeted $15,000 for it. It came under that, 12,000 something, I believe the bill is in here.
Yep.
And just so you know, they do have local staff. One of their technicians lives in Spring Grove. They also do Nunda Township, and other townships are getting more interested in it because it's a little more user-friendly. So we're real excited about it. But the other part of it also that you don't see here is that you can get someone who wants to appeal their valuation. They can look at comparable properties. Gives them the option to pull those up to compare assessments, to compare sales. Again, that kind of saves a little time on our end to have people call and say, well, what do I use? It's not perfect. They tend to kind of pull square footage, kind of similar sizes and things, but again, we're still tweaking that a little bit, but at the end of the day, it gives a lot more information and should be more helpful to the public and to appraisers who look for information on our website. I don't know if you have any questions on that in particular or anything, but okay, we were excited
I
about
don't.
it. So.
It's pretty exciting.
Well, I played with it on my own property, and it's kind of interesting when you get to look at what were comps, or essentially comps in the area that it's recently been sold. So it's kind of interesting to play with it.
Yeah,
You got to watch the overall lot size and things like that, but in the scheme of things, it should be very beneficial to those people.
Yeah, and in the past, we have literally put on the website a list of all the properties that have sold. They'd be by PIN number, so people would have to go through that. And again, not that every comp they pull up is going to be perfect, but it certainly gives them an idea, a place to start. And any questions, they can always call us anyway. But yeah, I think we'll see in this upcoming appeal time if it helps. I'm assuming it will, but we'll see.
Nice.
And it came in under budget, so yay.
It's perfect.
That's good.
Okay, if there are no other questions for the assessor, we can move on to the highway commissioner's report.
You have a written report. The other things that I would add is we'll be doing our third mowing of the year over the next 2 weeks before Labor Day. Clean up the right-of-ways, which is kind of nice. We received our trailer that the incident we had with the semi tipping over that crashed destroyed our trailer. We got a new trailer now to replace that. What else? We have a new flail mower, so we will be utilizing that over the next couple of weeks. We had flail mowers, we have 5 of them, and they are getting pretty old and hard to get replacement parts. So we purchased a new one, and we will have a reserve then. So if something breaks down, we can go right back out and then fix it and whatever. But that's about it for us.
All right. Thank
Hey,
you very
Gary?
much. Yes,
I did have a couple more things.
Sure.
in mind. Can I go back?
absolutely.
Thank you. You were just moving right along here.
We've exceeded the time, so.
That's okay. I know you read them. I just thought in case you have any questions. We do plan, our 2025 assessments will go in tomorrow. Usually that will mean we have about 3 weeks before the notices go out, so probably, and with the Labor Day holiday, probably the second week in September, the good news will go out. I will be scheduling, once we know when those notices are going out, I will plan another informational forum for appeals, and I can't set that date until I know when they're going out. We usually get about a week heads up from the county, so we'll take care of that. But and if you've never come to one, they're just lots of fun. So you're welcome to come and ask questions and listen to it. This time I think we'll record it.
One of your answers gets to be, it's on the website.
Well,
You can look at the website and do your own
Yeah.
review, kind of.
yeah, we do. I mean, hopefully, directing them there would be helpful because a lot of them might not have even gone to it.
I just remember at the forum that I attended, it turned into a lot of individual questions about individual unique properties. So it kind of took over what her main goal was to present.
It does in some ways, but a lot of those questions, even if it's specific to their home, other people have that questions. So as long as they get their questions answered, that's what we're there for. So we will be getting an 8.99% increase across the board this year. So I expect there to be a lot of people at this forum.
Did you say
There were a lot last year, but we had a 12% increase last year.
Did you say 8.99?
Basically 9%, yeah, 8.99.
Why is that occurring? I'm sure you know the answer. Why it was 12 last year and 8.19 this year? What is happening?
Sale prices keep going up, and assessments, even with 12% last year, they're not catching up. So that factor that we get is the difference between where sale prices are and where assessments are. We're still 9% too low, and that doesn't mean on every one of them, but that's the median for it for the last 3 years. So it's been really difficult to keep up with sale prices, and
Change.
yeah,
After
they're just, it's crazy. It's crazy. So ideally, that 9% is supposed, if you're correct where you are, or if you're low where you are now, that 9% is supposed to put you where you could sell your home January 1, 2025. And there'll be some that are high, some that are low, and some that are right at it. But that's just kind of how it works. And then just wanted to update you on, so I think I haven't been here since I've hired 3 people. I've got all my positions filled. Thank goodness. They're all great. They're working out great. I have my second deputy assessor is actually an appraiser. He did have to go through some classes to get certified as an assessing official, and we're almost done with that. And then one of my field staff, I'm working on bringing him up to be a deputy assessor also, and he has a few more classes. But as an appraiser, he's great, but I don't know how long he's going to stay. So that's the reason to make sure we have some backup, and having another deputy assessor is going to be helpful. He will continue to do field work too, and my administrative person is working out well as well. So we had took a little time, but we're whole now, so we're good. So that's all I have, but I don't know if you have any questions on any of that, so.
I don't. Anybody have any questions for the assessor or the highway commissioner? Or me?
Nope.
Okay. We'll move on to item number 14, which is executive session. There's not a requirement there. Item 15 is board member comments. I'll start on this end this week, or this one.
Nothing.
I got nothing.
Nothing? I got a couple more.
Go
I'm
figure.
not technically a board member, but that shifts the raw data from Senior Services Associates. I take their data and put it in. There's like 37 programs that have been
Senior
offered.
Services.
Senior services.
Senior Service Associates. It's just the raw data that I've been looking at. So through July, they've had touches with 9,837 seniors. A lot of them are repeats, meaning that you've got the same 4 or 5 folks that go to the pool on Mondays and Wednesdays. So this is accumulation of the months is what I put in here. If you want to see the individual months, I'll be more than happy to send you the spreadsheet with the data behind it. And I think there's a couple of those here. Did everybody get one down there? So that is that. I think that's the only thing I had. On bus survey, we resent out the survey again, and the data is coming back exactly like we did it 2 years ago. Our wheelhouse customer is between the age of 70 and 85. I'm doing some investigation now on the RTA reduced fare passes for seniors and disabled and those that are on Medicare, trying to understand that program. What I think I'm going to do is try to team up with Senior Service Associates to have a workshop so that those that are eligible for that can come in here in RTA's fashion. The only place you can sign up for it is online. Remember, our clients are 70 to 85 years old.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fit.
No.
So that's what, I mean, that's kind of the side gig that I'm working on, but just wanted to let you know what's going on there, is that no real complaints of anything going on. I'll tell you, the bus service is very vital. I can't continue to say enough about it, is that it really allows them to get out and participate in the community, to take care of themselves and be independent with socialization, food. That's the big one, it's food. Well, I can tell you, the congregate meals that are happening, we had 132 people here on Wednesday for the meal. So it's been a success, and hopefully our vendors or our partners will continue to offer those meals going forward. That's all I've got.
I should have probably added it as potential topic for next meeting, but going into November township conference season, the goal with my flag last year was to just give us a flag for the township conference, but we really wanted to put it out to a school for them to have some sort of competition. I think we should reach out to the schools like now to try to get someone to redesign the flag, which we can get printed very quickly if we have a finalized design. So if we have a September and October meeting between now and the conference, if at the next meeting we launch the initiative and it's
School just started. Yes.
Yep. So like at September meeting, we have the people interested in doing it. Come October, we award the winner. And then
You
we
can have
should
it
have time to get the flag before the conference.
Good.
So,
So,
On your list.
how does that work, by the way? Are you then, somebody's gonna take the lead, are you gonna take the lead, contact the schools and then,
if anybody has contacts at the schools, I'm happy to take the lead and contact them, or I can find the contacts if I need to. But, yes, we will have to
yeah.
search out interest.
I think it's a great idea, quite frankly.
Yeah,
You
that's
see people
awesome.
walk up with the flag during November, it'd be kind of nice to have McHenry township represented. I think either Jody or Gary would be great at it.
Are there any rules that you want? I mean, only thing I want to see is I know that there was a lot of money spent before I got here on the current logo, you know, that must incorporate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because another revision, and let's say we adopt the flag, does that change all the letterhead in there? I don't think that's the intention that you have.
No.
I think it's just a flag.
Just a flag.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Just trying to monitor cost.
We need to give them artistic license, but with constraints.
Yeah, so, I'll see who the superintendent recommends. I have to call him, tomorrow or Monday in regards to another topic. So I'll ask him who the art teachers are that we can reach out to, or whether it's the building principals, at least in Johnsburg. I'll have to talk to Mchenry, or somebody can help me with McHenry.
Yeah.
Figure out who those contacts.
You think high school level or like?
Junior high and
Junior
higher.
high, yeah.
I think you've got some artists that are in 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah,
Um,
the 2 junior highs and the high school would be
Yeah.
perfect.
The funny thing is probably gonna be like, I'm thinking back, we did stuff like this when I was in school, but today it's gonna be like online graphic arts and not drawing like we like we used to.
Yeah, you'd
Can't
have
eat the crayons anymore?
Not unless you're a Marine.
There you go.
Those are the classes that they have no card, digital.
Okey doke, I don't have anything else.
need a motion.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
at
I'll second.
7:38.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
7:38.
Okay. Good to go. There's 2.
I know, one more.
But Gary's worried.
Yeah.
Coloring a trigger. Yeah. Trigger what?
Oh.